If you followed my channel from the very beginning, you've known that the Pacific Rim franchise has been a big part of it. I love these movies. The first one is an absolute masterpiece. It's impeccable in my eyes. And the second one is a fun popcorn flick. But I really do love that second one too. So, hey, you know what? You could argue all you want about that. It's not your channel. But, you know, it's quite amazing that in all that time, I've never done a Pacific Rim top 10 list of the toys. This is a toy channel. What am I doing? However, we're going to remedy that right now, because from NECA to Bandai to DST, we've gotten a lot of great toys. But what's my top 10? We're going to find out in this Pacific Rim Fight Club. Let's kick things off with an incredibly unpopular opinion, and my number 10 is the NECA Leatherback. I love this piece. I don't care what anybody says. I know it's not that posable and it's just a big brick, but that's part of the charm of it. It's a big brick. I like giant chunks of plastic like this. I love when they're so heavy. The paint is really good on this guy, and I feel like that puts it ahead of a lot of the other kaiju. There's a lot of missteps in a lot of the paint, especially in the bioluminescence. And I think this one did it pretty well. I've always liked this piece, but it doesn't hurt that this guy got a fresh review from me pretty recently. Go back and check it out. But I love it. I really do. I think NECA did a really good job with representing Leatherback. Entering the Fight Club at number 9, we have the DST, a Pacific Rim Uprising Infected Drone. This thing is awesome, guys. I said it in my review, but DST saved their best for last from their Uprising line. I think this thing turned out fantastic. Great sculpt, great paint. There was no looseness, and there was a lot of articulation, so there was some looseness that plagued a lot of the Jaegers in that line, unfortunately, but this one was pretty perfect. They just did it so good, and it just made me sad that, you know, this was the last actual figure. There could have been so much more, and I feel like they were, like, starting to, like, really hit their stride with the line. Wish it was supported more, but I think that, like, goes hand in hand with the actual movie not being supported as much, so it is what it is, but this is a good figure. At number 8, we have a really long dude here that wants to lash his tail out at everyone surrounding the pit, but it is the Soviet Spirits Raijin from Pacific Rim Uprising. This was the sister line to the Robot Spirits line that Bandai Tamashii did, and a lot of folks didn't like it. You know, a lot of folks didn't like the line because, you know, they just gave us vinyls, but they're very nicely painted vinyls, and I've grown to love the ones from this line a lot more than I did initially. But I'm pretty sure, and I can't remember my review exactly, but I'm pretty sure I did really like Raijin because, you know, looking back now, it is a very, very, very nice piece. So it's definitely the best of this line, and I'm definitely happy to have included it on this list. At number 7, we have the NECA Crimson Typhoon. And spoiler alert, folks, this is the only non-Gypsy affiliated Jaeger to make my list. Yeah, that's crazy, but you know what? We didn't get a lot of great Jaegers. You know, some really good looking ones, but in my experience, they were, in any line, were plagued with problems. This one, and you see some of them around the pit here, but this one is fantastic. I love it. From the sculpt, to the paint, to nothing ever breaking on me. That is a big deal, and it's just awesome. It's a great, great Jaeger. It's always been a great design, one of my favorites. It's a shame that we never got the SOC that Tamashii teased that I got to see in person. It was just beautiful, but this I am super happy to have. It's definitely one of my favorites in the whole line. Alright, my zillions, we're about to have a Gypsy Danger versus Gypsy Avenger throwdown from here on out. One thing I gotta mention, both of those Jaegers, yes, they were the main Jaegers of the films, but both of them, to me, were my favorites. So there's no doubt that they would be high on my list. And this one here, which was an exclusive, and I can't remember from where it was an exclusive, but it was an exclusive, this Blueprint Gypsy, I think it was it a 7-Eleven exclusive? It might have been, that I had to pay a ridiculous amount of money to get here. I got it on eBay. Was destined to be one of my favorites of all time. I just loved the idea of this clear blue Gypsy Avenger. Unfortunately, you know, he does have some problems, like the hands like to pop out a lot, and that just hurt my enjoyment of it completely. But it is still amazing, and I still really love it. And it would have been higher on the list, honestly, if it could just stay together a little better. Top 5! And a little Ultrazilla note, this was actually my first top 10 list. I've done a lot of top 5 lists. Of course, I've done my best of the year, which is a lot. But this is my first actual top 10, and we're probably gonna keep these going. Here we have the NECA Battle Damage Gypsy Danger, Anchorage Attack Gypsy Danger from the first movie. And you can see Knifehead in the background who did this, who was oh so close to making this list. But the yellow on him could have been a little better. But anywho, this thing is awesome. I mean, some folks don't like these crazy battle damage things, scene specific stuff, but man, this thing turned out fantastic. It looks so good. The battle damage is sweet. Very, very well done. Something that NECA does so well is this type of like crazy damage. You've seen it on their Terminator figures, and you know, this is no different. Beautiful, beautiful work here. Number 4, we got a big boy here, and we're gonna get bigger even still. This is the DST Gallery statue of Gypsy Avenger. And, you know, this to me was the best version of Gypsy Avenger I've seen. It's just gorgeous, so beautiful, an awesome display base. The deco is just incredible. The sculpt is out of this world. Honestly, the only thing keeping it out of like the top spot would be that it's a statue. It's not a movable piece. So that hurts it a little bit, but it is beautiful, absolutely stunning. DST did a fantastic job, which they really do with these gallery statues. I think, you know, they really shine. Their sculpts really shine here, and this one is no different. At number 3, we have another quote-unquote battle damage figure, and that is the Battle Damage Quarter Scale NECA Gypsy Danger. This thing is awesome. It is beautiful. It's got some lights, which is very, very cool, but it is extremely, extremely heavy. And it's just really dirty. It's not really battle damage. It's just really super dirty, and I appreciate that a lot. I love that, honestly, and it looks fantastic. NECA shines with these quarter scale figures. Not that I have that many, but I've seen plenty in person, and this one is no different. You can really pour on the detail on a figure like this. My only gripes with this is it's so heavy that some limbs are almost non-functional. One of the elbows just doesn't work for me, and then, you know, like the hips could be problematic, and it's a little scary. I try to keep them on the back of my shelf because of that, just to be careful, you know, just stand against the wall, dude. But otherwise, gorgeous, gorgeous figure. And did I mention that I got this for 50 bucks from NECA themselves? Yeah, that helps a lot. Number 2, the Soul of Chogokin, Gypsy Danger. Many of you might be completely shocked that this is not my favorite figure. Knowing that I love Super Robots and Solar Chogokin, and if you recall my almost pretty glowing review of this, there were some things I didn't like about it, and that's probably keeping it out. But the main thing probably keeping it out is I just feel like I am very, very gentle with this, and it's not like fun to play with. So at the end of the day, while it looks great, and it's a very, very clean, like right off the assembly line Gypsy Danger, you know, you do have to handle it a bit with kid gloves because you don't want something like this falling apart on you. It's just awesome, and like the little bits on the back do come apart really easy, come out really easy. So, you know, the little things like that keep it, but man, this is a marvel of engineering. Solar Chogokins usually are, and this is no different. But my number one pick is the Robot Spirits SDCC 2018 Siberia Battle Set Gypsy Avenger versus Obsidian Fury. That's right, my zillions, I got a double here. It was a set. It wasn't just one figure, it was a set. And I loved it. This was the best of the Robot Spirits line, hands down. I really, really liked it. It did everything that the figures, the regular figures should have. A little more deco. It just didn't have a lot of weapons. You know, what you see here is pretty much what you get. But I liked the little more deco. Like, Obsidian Fury looks so much better, and so does Gypsy. I love them both so much. I love them both so much in the review. Like, I gushed over this, and I still really, really love this set. And it's just, they're fun to play with. So, you know what? At the end of the day, it is toys, and that's why it beat out some of the you know, previous contenders, because this is the most fun to play with. Pretty much out of like all my toys. I just love this set. I'm constantly fiddling around with them, and I'm hard pressed not to make it my best, most favorite. Let's keep it there. My most favorite. Who the heck am I to say best? Pacific Rim toys that I have. So there you go, guys. That's my list. Hope you dug it. Let me know your thoughts below, and if you could please like, comment, subscribe, and share. Check me out on Facebook and Instagram. Stay safe. Till next time. Peace out, peeps.